You're traveling through the unknown, a journey beyond the corners of reality, where the shadows whisper and the chill runs deep. Welcome to the dimension where your deepest fears are given form. This is The Midnight Mystery.
Welcome to The Midnight Mystery. Today's episode is continuing off where the last ended. This is the second part too. I investigated the plastic bag murders. In each episode, we delve into the shadowed corners of our existence, bringing you tales of the eerie, the uncanny, and the downright terrifying. From the realms of the supernatural to the depths of the human psyche, no stone is left unturned, no dark secret left hidden. As the clock once again draws near midnight, prepare to embark on another adventure into the uncanny, the eerie, the horrifying, the midnight mystery. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Dark Echoes. I'm your host, Max Donovan, and before we delve into tonight's discussion, I feel I owe you an update after our last, rather shocking episode. Firstly, I want to reassure everyone that my wife is safe. I appreciate all the messages of concern and support we've received. The police are involved and have taken extensive measures to ensure her safety. She's currently in a secure location under police protection. And yes, I've been told that the authorities are making progress with their investigation into last week's anonymous caller. I never imagined when starting this podcast that it would intersect with my life in such a terrifying and personal way. But it has only reinforced my commitment to shedding light on the dark corners of unsolved crimes. These stories need to be told, not only to seek justice, but to remind us all of the vulnerabilities we share and the vigilance we must maintain. We have a very special episode tonight. I'll be interviewing Detective Laura Harris, who was deeply involved in investigating the plastic bag murders between 2008 and 2010. We'll dive deep into the complexities, challenges, and emotional toll of working on a case that still haunts many to this day. Stick around, it promises to be an enlightening conversation. And we're back. Thank you for sticking with us. Tonight, I'm honored to have a special guest, Detective Laura Harris, now retired but once a leading investigator on the plastic bag murders case from 2008 to 2010. Detective Harris, welcome to The Dark Echoes.
Thank you, Max. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss this case again. It's one that has never left me. And I've got to say I've been quite a fan of your show for some time now.
Oh, thank you, Detective. That really means a lot.
No, you're welcome.
Let's start at the beginning, shall we? What were your initial impressions when you were first assigned this case?
When I first heard about the murders, there was a real sense of urgency. We were dealing with something highly unusual. Victims found in plastic bags, with no obvious connections to each other. The police force was, to put it lightly, deeply unsettled. We knew we had a potentially prolific killer on our hands.
One of the mysteries of this case is the variety of victims. However, a significant number had some involvement in the arts. Was that ever a reliable lead?
You're correct. Several victims were involved in arts, actors, writers, musicians. Initially, we thought this could be the key to unraveling the murderer's motive. But then we had victims who were accountants, teachers. It threw our theories into disarray. Every time we thought we had a clear pattern, it would blur again.
Could you shed some light on the various theories the police had and the leads you followed?
Certainly. At different points, we considered everything from a hate crime to a serial killer targeting specific communities. We had some promising leads, people who were last seen with the victims, unusual activity noted in neighborhoods where the bodies were found, but they all led to dead ends. We even had moments where we were pretty sure we'd found our guy, only to have them cleared by alibis or other evidence.
I can imagine that working on a case of this magnitude must take a considerable emotional toll. How did you cope?
It's one of the hardest parts of the job, Max. You can't help but take it home with you. Every face, every crime scene photo. You lie awake wondering if there was something you missed, a clue you overlooked, and the public scrutiny was intense. The media was always looking for updates, and we had very few to offer.
Do you think, looking back, that this case affected your decision to retire?
In part, yes. It was a combination of many things, but an unsolved case like this weighs heavily on any detective's conscience. I retired hoping new eyes would see what we could not, and this is why I'm here, why I'm still talking about it. Someone out there knows something that could crack this case wide open.
Absolutely. If any of our listeners have information, No matter how minor it might seem, we urge you to come forward. Detective Harris, thank you for joining us and for your years of service. It's an honor to have you share your insights.
Thank you, Max. The honor is mine. Please, to anyone who is listening, the smallest tip could be the key to solving this case. No one should underestimate their potential role in serving justice, and would love to catch this guy.
We'll be right back after these sponsors.
Hey Max, we've got a call coming through and I think you should take it.
Ah, okay. Do you know who it is?
No, they said that they only want to speak to you.
All right. Give me a second and put them through. Before we conclude tonight's episode, we have time for one more caller. You're live on The Dark Echoes. What's your name and what would you like to discuss?
I'd rather not say my name if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine. Anonymity is respected here. What's on your mind?
I've been listening to your episodes on the plastic bag murders, and something's bothering me. I think my son might be involved.
That's a very serious accusation. Can you tell us why you think that?
I found some things, strange items hidden in his room. Plastic bags that look like the ones you've described. And he's been acting distant, missing at odd hours, following these art events closely.
Stacy, get Detective Harris back on the line.
He's an artist himself, and some of his recent works are, how should I put this, very disturbing.
I understand this must be incredibly difficult for you, but this is something you need to report to the authorities immediately.
I know, but what if I'm wrong? He's my son. The thought of sending him to jail.
If you're wrong, then you have peace of mind. But if you're right, you could be preventing future tragedies. Please, I can't urge you strongly enough. You need to take this to the police.
Who's there? What are you?
Hello, are you there? Can anyone hear me?
Why did you make me do this, Max?
It's you. What have you done? She was your mother.
This was your fault, Max. Tell me, have you checked on your wife lately?
What? You son of a...
Max, it's your wife. She's missing.
I hope you enjoyed our episode. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thanks to you, our brave listeners. Your presence in this shared journey into the unknown is what fuels our stories. Your fascination is our motivation. Did this episode send chills down your spine? Then leave your comments, your thoughts and theories, your own midnight mysteries. Your feedback is the beacon that guides us through the uncharted territories of our stories. And if you haven't already, remember to subscribe to our channel. By joining the Midnight Mystery family, you won't miss out on a single chilling tale. As a subscriber, you'll be the first to know when a new episode lurks around the corner, ready to pull you back into the shadowy depths of the unknown. This is the Midnight Mystery signing off, leaving you with a simple reminder. When the clock strikes 12, fear the silence, for that's when our tales come to life. Good night, Midnight listeners, and remember, not all who wander into the dark are lost.